How to adjust the weight to work out and have results. First, you need to learn the right form of the exercise. For example, we have the arm curl exercise, right? This one over here. What's the right form? Is shoulders back, chest up, your core engage, and then you go. But if you start to move your elbows like this, you're not doing with the right form. Or your shoulders, you're losing the form. Or your body, you're not doing with the right form. Let's say now you learn. You're doing the arm curl correctly. You can apply this to any exercise. Okay, so now you're keeping the right form. The second thing that you need to pay attention of is the control of the movement. What is that? If you only bend your arms and drop the weight, you're not controlling the movement. Along with your muscles, you work many other things, your ligaments, your tendons. That's why it's very important to control the movement, to use your muscles and do not hurt your joints. So you bend your arm, you need to learn how to control it. You bend and then you control, instead of to bend and just let it go, not keeping the tension. When you let it go, you're not keeping the tension under your muscle and then you can hurt. So first you learn the form of the exercise. Second, you learn how to control the movement keeping the form. They working together. How do you prioritize to focus on the form and focus to control the movement? Use less rate and high repetitions. Usually I do 15 to 20 repetitions, okay? The priority here is teach my client the right form and how to control the movement. I don't want to fatigue the muscles. They need to pay attention to other things first, and then once they learn how to do the exercise correct, how to control the movement, and then we start to thinking how to fatigue the muscles, to build muscles on your body. So I assume that you already learned this part over here, okay? So you need to go to this second part here. Let's say you have a rep range between 8 to 10 or 10 to 12, 12 to 15. You need to fatigue your muscle around this range here. For example, if you're working 8 to 10 repetitions, you put some weight here, and then it's 7, you already start to getting tired, but you push a little bit more, and then you do the 8, boom. So you're working in this range here, 8 to 10. But let's say you have to do 8 to 10, but you put a lot of weight, and then like doing 4, you're already struggling, and then when you try to do the next one, you kind of move your body, so it's too heavy for you. You should decrease the weight. But if you put the weight here, and then you do over 10, like 11, 12, 13, and then 14, so you did 4 more than 10, you should put more weight. You need to work between 8 to 10. If you're doing 5, 6, the weight is too heavy for you. If you're doing like 13, 14, 15, the weight is too light for you. And then you need to put more weight here or decrease the weight there to stay between this range. You apply this to any rep range here. So if you have to do 10 to 12, if you're doing only 7 here, the weight is too heavy for you. But if you're doing like 15 here, the weight is too light for you. You need to work between this range. You need to learn how to fatigue your muscle in this range of repetitions. But never forget the form and how to control the exercise. Once you're applying the form and then control the movement here, you start to worry how to fatigue your muscle between this range here. Never fatigue your muscle if you don't know the form and if you don't know how to control the movement. Sometimes, even if you've been working out for a while, maybe you need to work a little bit on your form, okay, when you have a good coach, before you start working to fatigue your muscle. Because sometimes people have been working out to train for so many years, they think they are doing something right. But in reality, they're just hurting themselves. When you get a good coach, a good personal trainer, they will analyze your form to tell you if you're doing this correct or not. It doesn't matter if you just start or if you've been training for years. The point is we need to analyze your form to make sure you're not hurting yourself. We need to see if you know how to control the weight. But because if I have a client been working out like for 5-10 years and then I see them doing the arm curl and then start to do something like this, or only by moving your shoulders a little bit like this when you're doing your arm curl, it's enough to hurt your shoulder joints. That's why many people have their shoulder hurt. For example, when you're doing squats, if you start to collapse your back, even if you've been training for years and years, maybe you don't even know the right form to see if you're doing that wrong. So once you know you're doing with the right form and control the movement, and then you jump to this right here. Think about this, fatigue your muscle between this rep range. If you're doing few reps less, you need to decrease the weight. But if you're doing few reps more, you need to increase the weight. Keep the rep range. Your muscle don't know how to count. The point is fatigue your muscle, okay? Fatigue your muscle around the rep range that your trainer will give to you. If you have any questions about this, just drop in the comments below. You guys know I'm your Brazilian trainer. If you need any help related to fitness, if you wanted to suggest me to record a video about anything, just let me know on the comments. If you ever interested in become my client, go to my website and register your email, because as soon as I open new spots, I will contact you. Thank you so much. You guys know that I have new videos on my channel every single day, okay? Check my my YouTube channel. There are a bunch of cool videos there. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. God bless you. See you guys on the next one.